What's up, everyone? We are here live on Facebook and YouTube. If you are joining us, let us know that you can hear us. Oh, looks like Danny's pointing at something. I wonder what it could be. Danny, was there like I don't know, a baseball game today or something?
Opening day, baby. The
Oh, yeah.
Yankees won.
The Yankees, talking about the Yankees in Port St. Lucie.
Let's go.
That's a
I'm a
bold
change.
move.
I'm a change agent.
We'll see how well that works.
Let's see. Let's see.
Well, hey everyone. My name is Nicholas. I'm the co-founder of the Port St. Lucie Business Club, and I'm joined by Danny, our other co-founder. And Danny, why do we do this? Why do we do these live streams?
Nah, man. I mean, first of all, they're fun, right? I love hanging out with you, right? We talk every day, but I think it's really important that we recap our most recent event. We could thank our community for supporting, engaging, and thank all the individuals that were involved in making it happen. And I think it's important that we make it sooner than later. Rule of 72, right? Do it within
Exactly.
72 hours. If not, it's not gonna get done.
Let me just share this to the group. While I do this, tell everyone who might be joining us for the first time what's new, what the Port St. Lucie Club is up, Business Club is up to, and
Yeah.
just give a quick update.
There's a lot of amazing things happening. We just recently had our evening event at the St. Lucie Lanes on US 1. Everyone's super familiar with that. A lot of great things, a lot of updates to our leadership team as well. We I don't know if you guys don't know, we promoted Zachary Grubb a few months back to our social impact director, but recently we promoted Corinne Paramo from Workwise. She is going to be our membership director. So we recently promoted her. And if you guys don't know, of course, Oksana, she's probably the backbone of the community connectors. She is, what's her title again, Nick? I forgot.
Oksana is our community engagement director.
There you go.
So she
Yes.
oversees our volunteer program, which is known as our community connectors.
Yes, yes. And there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pipeline, which we're going to update you guys on tonight.
Mhm.
Um,
And it
but
looks
why
like
don't we
Oksana is joining us in the
Yeah.
comments, so welcome.
Yeah.
And we
So is
also have
Melanie, Nicole.
Nicole from All Area Roofing. We have Melanie from Bootlegger Mobile Bar. And of course, Oksana, in addition to being our community engagement director, she is representing Easy Tech. Or
Yes.
actually, Oksana, can you answer for us once and for all? Because I keep hearing people call it Easy E-Tech. Is it
No.
Easy E-Tech or is it Easy Tech? Let us know in the comments.
It's
But yeah, thanks
easy
everyone
tech.
who's joining us. We're going to recap our event. We're here to answer any questions you might have, and we just want to do these quick live streams just to
Yep.
basically summarize what's going on and tell you what's ahead because we do have some exciting updates we're going to be sharing.
Absolutely. But before we do that, let me tell you, before we get into it, the IRSC luncheon, the state of the college, that was fantastic. First of all, the food was great.
I know.
It was
Yeah.
like a higher end Chipotle type deal, like
Yeah, it
an
was like an
Asian.
Asian fusion bowl. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wish there was you can't even really get that anywhere around here at like a fast casual place where you got
yeah, not
rice
that I
and
know of,
noodles and
right?
chicken. It was pretty good.
It was good, and there's a lot of real cool things happening. The Promise program is a fantastic program, so we're going to be sharing some more information about that in the future in the Facebook page. But that was really cool. I just wanted to say that because that was something we did today.
That was awesome. Oh, and Oksana says it's Easy E-Tech. Okay, so maybe I've been saying it wrong all
So
these many
Easy
months.
E-Tech,
Easy
okay.
E-Tech.
Because
Okay.
if you read it, Easy Tech, right? That
So maybe we're still wrong. I don't
you're
know.
spelling the you're reading the word easy.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's the ongoing dilemma. We also have Liz joining us, one of our newest community connectors. Welcome.
Liz, what's happening?
And we have Melanie. Melanie says the steak was awesome. Yes, the steak at the State of the College luncheon was awesome. For anyone not familiar with what we're talking about, the St. Lucie Chamber of Commerce had a luncheon today that was hosted at the Eastman Workforce Complex at the main campus of Indian River State College, sort of like a state of the city, state of the union, but it was state of the college. And we got to
Yeah.
hear all about these important programs. And one really cool program is the IRSC Promise program, which everyone's going to be hearing a lot more about because our next event will actually be at Indian River State
Yes,
College. Danny, you want to
correct.
tell us a little bit about our next event?
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Believe it or not, it's actually going to be held near the nursing facility, and there's going to be tours available to take a look at the brand new nursing facility. It is absolutely beautiful with such tech. A lot of money has been
Mhm.
spent in that facility.
Yeah.
Megan Johnson, she's our triple sponsor, and IRSC is going to be our triple sponsor. So thank you to her. This event is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be packed. I mean, that
Yeah.
place can hold easily what, 300 and 400 people maybe? It's
I would say
huge.
so, yeah. And for anyone who doesn't know, like sometimes we actually pull back on the promotion of our events just because we're always concerned about overcrowding. And there's a certain
Yeah,
balance that you need to attain with networking where
yep,
you don't want to have too few people, but you also don't want to have too many people,
yeah.
because we've been in both of those situations. And so
Yes,
with
we
this
have.
one though, this is probably one of our largest venues ever because we have the atrium out front, we have the entire auditorium basically in the College of Nursing, and then there's a room
Yep,
off to the side that can hold a whole bunch of all the food, all the photo booth, whatever. So we really don't have a limit in this case to how many people can attend, and this is probably one of the first times we can say that. So we're going to really promote this event. We want you to be there. It's going to be perfect for first time attendees if you've never been to a networking event before. So you're going to hear a lot more about it. We have about a month. It's going to be April 29th, which is a
yep,
Tuesday at 6
yep,
p.m. at the Indian
yep,
River
yep,
State
yep.
College in Port St.
Pruitt
Lucie. I'll put
campus,
the link in
Pruitt
the chat.
campus.
Yes, Pruitt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's get to recap our event that we held on Tuesday. Let me tell you, despite the rain, man, we had a turnout.
we did. 110 people.
Isn't that crazy? 110 people, and that was with crazy rain, torrential rain,
Yeah.
storms, flooding. When it started raining in the beginning, I was a little nervous. I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
But the community still showed up, man. The community still showed up, which was absolutely fantastic. We're blessed, man.
Yeah, I think it was actually helpful because yeah, it didn't feel overcrowded. But yeah, it was a little bit nerve-wracking when that rain started coming down with the lightning, the sign out front, our banner fell down and almost
Yep.
broke. But it ended up being a great event, and we want to thank our sponsors. They're the
Yes,
ones really making it all possible. So our first
absolutely.
sponsor we would love to thank is of course Tony Myers from About It All Roofing and Construction. He's been with us. In the club and also as a community connector from the very early days. And for anyone who knows Tony knows that he always goes above and beyond. And we were honored to have him as one of our sponsors.
Yep, yep, absolutely. And we also want to thank Jill Todd from Bonneville Football Academy. She's one of our community connectors, fellow St. Lucie Chamber of Commerce ambassador. And she's actually one of the other people that really took us under her wing and kind of like introduced us to people when we
Mhm.
were getting started. So that was really cool. She did a great job
Yeah,
helping us
Jill's
out. So
awesome.
thank you to her.
Jill is for anyone who's involved with the chamber, you may know that Jill is always the almost always the winner of our
Yeah.
ambassador
Yes.
awards every single month. Jill just does an amazing job promoting the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. So it was great to also see Jill be able to get up there and promote Bonneville Football Academy. And I learned a lot about what Bonneville Football Academy does, and it's a really impactful program that's giving opportunities to these students that may not otherwise have had an opportunity to go to college.
Yeah.
So it was great hearing her share about Bonneville Football Academy, and I definitely encourage everyone to learn more about that organization and see how you can support it.
Yep. And of course our last but not certainly not final sponsor, because she's going to be around for a long time. She's
Mhm.
always willing to help. Robin from Interstate Express. Thank you to her and her team for coming out. Her table, I'm not gonna lie, Tony, I love you, Jill, I love you, but her table was the best.
It was on point. It was
It was.
themed,
Yeah.
with the green, the St. Patrick's Day theme. So if there was an award for most thematic sponsor table, she would have won.
Yeah, she did a good job, man. She did a great job. That was great.
And Interstate Express, that's a service that I've personally used twice now. So they're a courier service. I didn't even really know what a courier did before I ended up using her services about 6 months ago, and it
Yeah,
was to move a banner across town. I know that sounds silly and stupid, but it's
but
like it
still.
was so affordable. It was a better just use of my time to have her and her team. She's got a team where they would literally just move something across town for you so that I don't have to drive back and forth. And it just was one of those situations where I needed it at a certain time. I didn't have the time to really go get it. But that's just one use case for a courier. But her team can take anything from a letter up to a huge load that would fit in a box truck, and they can move it anywhere throughout the state. So if you're ever looking for a courier service, definitely check out Interstate Express.
Yeah, for sure. But once again, thank you to all the sponsors. They help out tremendously, but they also put on, because there are times where you get some sponsors and they're very hands off. They're not really that involved. But when you get sponsors that come in and really show out and really share with the community the type of work that they do and the impact they make in the community, I think that's important, because easily any industry that sponsors an event could be quickly commoditized, right? Oh, everyone does that. Everyone does this. It's easy to be commoditized in any industry, really. But what sets
Exactly.
you apart is the value that you bring to the community, the value you bring to other individuals. And I think that our sponsors just do a fantastic job of doing that. So again, thank you to our sponsors. It was absolutely fantastic.
Let's check out the comments, see who
Yeah,
else is joining us. Oh, we have Michelle, of course, joining. She's in the other room over there with Jaden.
of
Thank you for
course.
joining. We have Christine. Christine, we were just thinking about you earlier today,
Yeah.
wondering where you've been. What's up? I haven't seen you at. I think you weren't at the chamber, so I was wondering. But it's great to see you here. And then Oksana says it's Easy E-Tech. Okay, so we have finally figured it out. It is Easy E-Tech. I just have
Is
to
the
train
Easy
myself
E Tech,
to
like the
say
rapper,
that.
Easy E. There we go. That's the easiest way to remember it.
We have, is it Lanai?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Yep, Thursday
Lenny
was my
Enriquez.
first time in a Port St. Lucie Business Club networking event. I was impressive. Thank you. We really try to go above and beyond, especially with first time attendees. You may have noticed we had those stickers, the purple little stickers that say first time attendee. That was actually one of our community connectors ideas,
Yes.
Corinne, and I
Yep.
think it worked out really well. Where it just helps. It helps you get identified as a first time attendee,
Yeah.
and we also have our community connectors looking for the first time attendees to go welcome you. So we just try to make it a little bit easier for anyone who's never been to a networking event before.
Yeah, and speaking of the community connectors and the first time attendees, I got to tell you, this was our first time of executing the first timers stickers flawlessly. Like, this is the first time that we actually did it, and
Mm-hmm.
it worked out great. And the community connectors, if it wasn't for you guys, it would not have been as successful as it was. Every new attendee that came was engaged with. Everyone said hello to them, and the community connectors came through for us because they knew exactly where to go to say hello and to engage with the new timers. And a lot of the new timers were like, wow, this is I've never seen anything like this before. And I got a lot of great feedback. So that, I think, commend you guys. I mean, hands to you guys for coming up with that idea, because as simple as it is, it made a major impact. So thank you.
Absolutely. We got Daryl joining us, one of our community connectors. What's up? Christine says, oh, you were in Tallahassee. Awesome.
Ah,
Hope everything's going well up there. Daryl says, go Yankees. Let's
that's
see.
it. Daryl, let's go.
Yeah.
And Christine, I missed your boots. Every time Christine comes through, I look down at her feet with those wonderful boots that she wears. They're so
Oh,
nice.
yes.
They're
Very
so
much on
amazing.
brand.
On brand, for sure.
LaQuisha is joining us. Hey, what's up? How are you? Michelle says, suggestion for a cowbell for new attendees.
There you go. We always need some more cowbell. I could use some more cowbell.
More cowbell.
More cowbell.
We got John joining us. What's up, John? Thank you for joining us. And Oksana says, thank you, Amber Jackson and Michelle Bacchus, two of our new community connectors. Absolutely.
Let's go. Let's go. I also want to thank our venue, the
Yeah.
St. Lucie Lanes,
Mhm.
right? Thank you to them. They're always willing to open their doors to us whenever we have events. So thank you to them. That was great. And Melissa's always great,
Mhm.
right? But let's talk about some things that we identified as opportunities to improve on,
Yeah.
because it's great to say, hey, this is all good, all great, but there are things that we want to improve on. We got a lot of feedback from our community connectors, and those are things that are super important, these little items. So we want to make sure that when you come to the events that you're really enjoying not just the camaraderie and the business owners, but we also want to make sure that you're enjoying the appetizers that we're giving you, that you're enjoying the service you're receiving at the bar. So we did get some feedback from there from the attendees that we do need to do a better job of making sure we're communicating and setting the expectation for the venue of what to expect and what we're bringing in so they can be ready and prepared. So Nick,
Yeah.
that's something that I'll, as an event director and co-founder, I will take responsibility for. I'll make sure that in our next event that the food is up to par,
Mhm.
that there's plenty of people to serve our attendees. So I heard you guys loud and clear. I'll make sure I take more responsibility for that and get it, do a better job next time.
Yeah, yeah, we're not always gonna get everything perfect, but we will always be listening and improving. We're always trying to change things. I don't think we've ever done an event that was pretty much like a copy and paste of a previous event. We've always improved something, whether it's
Yeah.
the food, the venue, the first time attendee situation.
Yep.
We're always trying to do things better or different. So, there's just so many moving parts that go on behind the scenes when you're dealing with a networking event with more than 100 people. I mean, just to put all that together alone, it took like what, 25 community connectors,
Easy.
which, I mean, if it wasn't for them, we couldn't do this because it's an impossible scale that we've achieved at now to bring this to Port St. Lucie, and just finding venues that can hold enough people, or finding
Yeah.
the right mix of food and beverage options. There's so many moving parts, but we're definitely going to continue to improve. And if anyone has additional feedback, let us know, because we definitely want to hear it.
Absolutely. And before we move on to what's next, coming in the pipeline in April and in May, we'll drop a few gems for you guys on what's coming up. I just wanted to discuss two takeaways that I got from the event
Mhm. Sure.
and feedback that I got from attendees. So Liz Gonzalez, I met her at our previous event that was at Guardians for New Futures. I met her
Mhm.
there, and I was able to have a one-on-one with her, which was absolutely fantastic. Had a great time meeting with her. She I called her today to see what she thought of the event, and she said that she got lost in the sauce. Her and I were trying to connect at the event, but she was so engaged with others and collaborating and merging ecosystems, passing around business cards, that she got lost in the sauce. Right? I like to say that. Right? But she gave me some great feedback. She said it was fantastic and she had a great time. So Liz, thank you for the feedback. It's great to see first time attendees give us such positive feedback. The other was Tatiana. I connected her with JT and Mike, who are the new owners of that crepe place, whose ribbon
Mhm.
cutting is coming up in April. So you guys don't want to miss that. You want to make sure that you support that crepe place, because that was the first location we did our
Yeah.
first event at. So it did change hands, ownership. JT, Mike, they own Steamworks Coffee on US 1, as well as Junction Cafe and TC Event Center.
Yes.
Um, so we want to support them. But I was able to connect Tatiana, who does food blogs or food reviews,
Mhm.
with the new owners, and she's going to go back over there to do another food review because she didn't know that
Nice.
the business transitioned to new ownership. Now she's going to go back there and kind of refresh that video.
We
So
got to
that's
go
going
do one too.
to be
So
amazing. Yeah,
be
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
lookout for that.
Be on the lookout for that. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So those
What's
are
up,
just two
Jay?
takeaways.
Jay, welcome. We just shared when the next event is with the link in the chat, but it's April 29th at 6 p.m. at Indian River State College in Port St. Lucie. That's the Pruitt campus. This
Yep.
one's going to probably be our best event yet. We're not just saying it, we mean it, because
Yes.
we're going to have more space than we've ever had before. So
Yes.
do not miss the next one. This is
Yep.
going to be an epic event on April 29th,
It's
6
going to be
p.m.
so comfortable. It's beautiful campus, plenty of parking. It's indoors, air conditioned, such beautiful facilities. You know what I thought, Nick?
What?
I said to myself, I think it's going to look like a small event because the venue is so big.
I know, right? Which is good. Yeah, there'll be more space to move around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic, that next event. And we also have something else coming up, Nick.
What do we have?
Well,
I don't
our May event.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that one's man, yeah, I know, for the first time, we're actually planning ahead more than one event, which is
Yeah.
unusual,
Yep.
because we're
Yep.
always, like, one at a time. But, yeah, for May, we're gonna be at Encore at Tradition, which is interesting because it's all the way on Becker Road, which is good because we try to move things around different parts of the city. We're always going to do events in Port St. Lucie, but we want to have access to different parts of Port St. Lucie to accommodate people that might not want to go to St. Lucie West or all the
Right.
way on US 1. So this is the first time we're going to be in that south end of the city.
Yeah.
Encore at Tradition is an active adult community, but they have a restaurant that's open to anyone called Blue Ocean Grill. And so this is going to be basically a sponsored event by Blue Ocean Grill and Encore at Tradition and St. Lucie Voice. We all know Lisa from St. Lucie Voice. She's the one who sort of helped us put all of this together. So this is going to be another large venue, beautiful, stunning
Yep.
restaurant, tiki bar, pool area,
Yep.
indoor, outdoor. It's going to be a pretty impressive event.
Yeah, and there's also going to be a few treats as well that we're working on. So be on the lookout for that. We haven't finalized all the details, but we will once we get through the IRSC Pruitt campus event on April 29th at 6 o'clock. That's going to be an absolutely fantastic event. We also got some other people.
But you could save the date for the May one, which is going to be May 20th. So it's
20th.
also a Tuesday, 6 p.m. So just to recap, you got April 29th, 6 p.m., Indian River College Pruitt campus, and then May 20th, 6 p.m., Encore at Tradition.
Save the date. Save the date. Michelle says Encore is pretty nice. And then Christine says, yay, by my house. You see, that's why.
There you go.
Nick, you see, that goes to what you say all the time about having it at different parts of Port St. Lucie to accommodate everyone.
Yeah, we try to switch around. So if anyone knows of a venue that is in the south side on the east end, that's the only area we haven't really covered yet because we have the bowling alley, which is at the northeast end. We have a lot of amazing venues in St. Lucie West, like Guardians and the Pruitt campus, and now we have Encore Tradition on the southwest end. But we definitely would love to sort of round it out with another venue on the southeast side of the city.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. And Melanie, she ditto. She says great location and great people, as well.
Michelle's going to do coffee reviews. That's pretty
cool.
Yeah,
coffee reviews. Oh, she's good.
I would love to see
a lot more on her plate.
And I got to see that. So let's make that happen. That's going to be cool.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, we forgot to thank a few of our amazing partners at the event. The photo booth as well as our photographer.
Yes.
So the photo booth, I know a lot of you took pictures. That was provided by Lucie. They are just an incredible team, husband and wife team. And the cool thing about their photo booth is it's very portable. It doesn't take up a lot of space because in the past we've actually had to turn down the photo booth options at our events just because they take up too much space.
It's so much.
But they come in with this amazing photo booth. It all works in a very small area. And it takes incredible photos and videos that you get sent right to your phone. So we have to thank Lucie for coming out and taking those amazing photos with a custom frame and everything. So they've been out to, I think, 2 events now. And we're always honored when they come out.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And by the way, Liz mentioned Sandpiper. And then Melanie said that she may have a location for those events in the southeast side.
Oh, nice.
So Melanie, Liz, if you have a contact there, you know someone there, send me their information. I'll be more than happy to call them and schedule a time for me and Nick to go visit the location.
That would be great. And then Jerry. So Jerry is our photographer. Jerry has now become known as like the photographer for networking events.
Yeah.
He is at every networking event. He was at Connect Sphere. He was at HR Business Leaders Council. He, of course, is at Martini Network.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And he just has such an energy about him that he makes it fun. He's very professional. He always gets the right shots. He just put up the photos today. So I'm going to repost those on Facebook in the group very soon. But you can go search for Jerry Horenston Photography. But yeah, if you need a photographer, Jerry is an absolute pro. And he drives down here from Vero.
Yes.
Photographer. So that is just incredible. I don't know what we would do without Jerry.
And let me tell you, 40 plus years of experience. Yeah. He's been taking photos longer than we've been alive.
And you could see it definitely shows.
He knows what he's doing. He took cameras where the light bulb burst when they took it. right? Like that's how long he's been
One
taking
shot.
photos.
Yeah.
One shot, next cartridge. Check.
Imagine if you had networking events in the 1800s. You'd have to get your one photo, and that's it.
That's it. Everybody gets scrunched up in this photo. All 11 of you, because that's how
Yeah.
people used to live in a community.
And
11
someone
people.
moves and they're blurry and it ruins the photo, but oh well, that's the only one.
That's the only one. Yeah, they used to shoot that person that used to move because they were allowed to do that. You're gone. Anyway, but I'd be remiss to say if we didn't mention our networking superstar of the month,
Mhm.
Jasenia Carrasco. Jasenia, I remember meeting her for the first time at Spam almost 2 years ago, and she had a few projects going on, but then she really went all in on real estate. Like she found her niche, she found what she was great at, and she just dove into it. And then once she found her niche that she got comfortable, that's when she started branching off and going to all these other events and being involved with the community connectors and networking. And she's been a fantastic asset to have on our team. So congratulations to her for winning networking superstar of the month at our event on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we try to do the networking superstar award at every evening event that we have. We try to look for someone who's going above and beyond in the community. I think we have a lot of our superstars in the comments actually. So at this point, we've given out maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 superstar awards. So that's another exciting thing to look forward to at our events. You never know who's going to win, but you have to be present to win. And
Yes.
it's a surprise up to the very
Yes.
moment that it's announced. And we have a whole system behind the scenes for how that all works. But it's a true surprise. Nobody really knows. And Yesenia, she's been a sponsor of our events. She's a community connector. She helps out with the road cleanup that we do because we've adopted a roadway with Port St. Lucie, so she's always going above and beyond, helping at the check-in booth.
Yep.
So she definitely deserved it because yeah, she's hardworking. And when it comes to real estate, I think we could all learn a lot from what she's doing on social media because she has some really engaging content when it comes to how to present yourself as a realtor and how to showcase a property.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge fan of Instagram and social media video and reels, and I think Yesenia has really figured out what works when it comes to social media for real estate.
For sure. Yeah. Seeing her evolution has been fun. It's been
Mhm.
great seeing that. But yeah, that's all I got, Nick.
Let's see if anyone has questions. Feel free to put them in the chat. We'll probably wrap up pretty soon, but we'll just do a quick check.
Christine said, "Slow up on the old jokes." Okay, Christine, you're younger than I am, I bet. And let me tell you, I look a lot older than you do, Christine. I think I'm older than you. I think Christine should be like in her mid-20s at least.
Let's see who's going to net walking on Saturday. Anybody? Let's.
Oh, with our boy Sam Brinkley. Oh my
Yeah.
God, he looks so funny driving that little Honda CRZ today. He was on the highway. I bet you his feet were on the bottom of the car going. That's how small it was.
Well, hopefully we'll see him out there on Saturday. For anyone who
Yeah.
wants to join us, all you have to do is meet at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the Panera Bread parking lot in Tradition on Saturday, and we walk 3 laps around Tradition Lake. You can walk 1 lap if you want. There's no RSVP needed, no cost. That's organized by Sammy Brinkley, and it's just a good way to sort of start the weekend with some fitness and a little bit of friendship. And yeah, it's a fun thing.
Oh, Christine's going to be over at the United Against Poverty St. Lucie 5K on
Oh, wow.
Saturdays.
Look at
Nice.
you doing 5Ks.
Awesome.
Hey,
Good
what's
for
up, Jim?
you.
Thank you for joining us.
Jim, welcome.
Glad you guys are giving the dates in advance. Yeah, see, that's another thing we're going to try to do. We're going to try to plan out a little bit further. So some other things that we're thinking about or planning is that in June we're probably going to do a morning event. So you may have noticed we've sort of pulled back on the morning events just because we really want to put all of our effort into the evening events. And there's already so many good morning events. That's the other thing. Something that many of you know about the business club is that we love to collaborate with other groups. And you look at organizations like the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce, they're already doing amazing morning events. Or you look at Magnum Motivational, they're just killing it with their morning events on Mondays. So, we don't want to copy. We want to do things that are different and unique. But we occasionally do want to continue to at least have a couple morning events a year, maybe. So June is usually a slow month. So I
Yeah.
think that's where, if we do a morning event, it'll probably be in June, but it's not going to be like a regular thing where we alternate like we used to.
Yeah, yeah. So that's something new that's coming up, and also something that we don't want to miss out on mentioning is July is going to be our second,
Two. Yep.
yeah, our second annual event.
2 years.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be fantastic. So that's in the pipeline. So make sure you keep an eye out on that. So, like Nick said, June, no evening event. We will have a morning event. It's most likely going to be at Golf Galaxy because
Right.
they're the most
It's the only one that can hold the group, to
yeah,
be honest.
exactly. They're
Yeah.
the only ones that can hold the group.
Yeah.
So most likely it'll be there. And then in July, we'll have our second annual event. But details, we need a lot of time to plan that one
Mhm.
out. So just keep on the lookout for that. And I think that's it. I think everything else is kind of like still up in the air. We can't introduce it just yet,
Mhm.
but we have a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And Nick, the genius that he is, continues to create. And him and I are brainstorming literally 7 days a week.
Mhm.
We're talking, texting 7 days a week, brainstorming ideas, and there's going to be a lot of fun stuff. But 2025, we just got past Q3. The next, 9 months is going to be absolutely fantastic and fun in
Gonna
the
be
Portsmouth
wild.
Business
Yeah,
Club.
we're all doing it just to, we're laser focused on our mission.
Yes.
Our motto is we're connecting leaders and strengthening businesses. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Everyone here who's watching this is a leader. Everyone in the chat is a leader. Everyone is a business owner, or you work in a business that you're trying to grow. And what we
Yep.
want to do is help you get connected to the right people, get you the support you need to help grow the business, and also give you those learning opportunities. That's another
Yep.
thing we should probably touch on real quick. We did
Yeah.
our first workshop
Oh, yeah.
on the topic of business funding. We
Hmm.
partnered with the city of Port St. Lucie and with SCORE, and we're definitely going to continue those workshops. But we're still just figuring out the best format. But that's definitely something that's in the pipeline. You're going to see more training and workshop style content coming from the club.
Yeah, and before we end, in regards to the workshops, we'd love to hear from the community. We want to hear from you. What type of topics would you like to hear? What are some things you want to learn? So that way we can get some of the professionals in those industries and in those topics within the Port St. Lucie Business Club community that can host those workshops. So if there's anything you want to learn about, please, we only get better when you provide feedback
Yeah.
and constructive criticism so that we can have constructive correction and that the Port St. Lucie Business Club continues to flourish. So without you guys, we would not be able to do this.
No way. Yeah. Christine says, I love that you guys are being flexible and intentional about event times. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
you have to be.
it would be so much easier if we just said, hey, it's always going to be like, every fourth, whatever, every
Yeah,
fourth Thursday of the month. But we intentionally try to switch things up because
yeah,
we know that some people have schedules where they can't do every Thursday or they can't
yeah.
do any Tuesday. So we try to make it different, even if it is a little bit more chaotic to plan it that way, but we're trying to do things different. And then Jill's here. Jill, make sure you go back
Whoa.
afterwards and check out the recording for this because we gave you
A
a
shout
big
out.
shout out early on,
Yeah.
thanking you for sponsoring our last event.
And Michelle asked, are we doing any more webinars? I
Probably, yeah. I
think
mean,
so.
it's all about like there's so many things that we can do versus what's most effective. So the webinars were
Right.
good, but I feel like it wasn't the best use of time. But I mean, if there's a topic that the crowd or the group really wants to hear about, um, I mean, we're certainly open to it. We want to do whatever it is that the group wants. So, we sort
I'd
of
even
stopped them just because it wasn't getting that much engagement.
I'd even be bold enough to say if there's someone in the Port St. Lucie Business Club that's like a webinar expert
Mhm.
that does this
Yeah.
a lot and they want to host
Yeah.
webinars
It's a good
and
idea.
want to reach out to business owners within the Port St. Lucie Business Club and the chamber and have them as hosts of the webinars, feel free. If you need us to connect you with those people,
Mhm.
I'd love for somebody to take the bull by the horn
Sort of
and,
own
and
that. Yeah.
yeah, and own the webinar space that could be an arm of the Port St. Lucie Business Club. We'll do everything we can to promote you, to
Mhm.
help you, to support you.
It's a
But if
really good
there's
idea.
anyone out there that wants to take the bull by the horn and be our webinar wizard,
Yeah.
right? Our
I like
webinar
that.
wizard,
Yeah.
please take control of it and we'll connect you with the right people and help you make it happen. Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're looking for a webinar wizard.
Come on, wizards. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
We know you're out
Listen
there.
to Waverly Place. My daughter used to watch that when she was a little girl. Oh, I miss her. Oh, she's at the Disney. She's at Disney right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my baby.
Oh, Michelle wants to teach something. That's awesome. And I know Michelle's going to be teaching for Go Getter Girls pretty soon. That's exciting. I know we have some Go Getter Girls in the comments here.
Yeah,
Her topic is, I think it's Facebook groups, right? It's how to uh, get more engagement out of Facebook groups, whether you're growing your own group or you're just participating in groups. So for anyone in that Go Getter Girl ecosystem, that's going to be a really impactful presentation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Well, I think that's all I had. So,
yep.
of course, make sure to engage in our Facebook group. That's the best place to connect in between events. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. We just hit 3,000
Woo! Shake
followers.
and bake.
Crazy. We're trying to do a video every single day. We're trying to highlight local businesses and try to give some shout outs over there on Instagram. And then absolutely put your RSVP in for our next event, which is on April 29th, 6 p.m. at Indian River State College, Pruitt campus. That's going to be one of our best ones yet. So you don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. Truly appreciate you. And Nick, my man, we're killing it, brother. We're going to continue to kill it.
Keep on doing it.
We're going to keep on connecting great people in the community. I love it.
Awesome. Have a good night, everyone.